This is Inside Business Africa, Africa's business news and information leader. Hello, a very good day to you and thanks for joining us. My name is Kenneth Odushola Stevenson and this is Inside Business Africa, Africa's business news and information leader. Today we have a very important program indeed. Welcome back. You're still Inside Business Africa, Africa's business news and information leader. Thanks for staying with us. Like I said earlier on, we're going to be kicking off the program today. The Sona Group of Industry will be appreciated. This particular organization has put in almost 40 years into the Nigerian economy and is prioritizing some of the best brands in the market. And therefore, we are honoring this particular company and also some of the subsidiaries. And indeed, the Chief Executive Officer of Prestige Assurance PLC will also be presented with a very important award. What is important about Inside Business is the fact that over the years, we've continued to transmit every week, and you can imagine, since 1995, when you continue to transmit every week, it means you must have gathered hundreds and thousands of corporate relationships and corporate organizations over the years. And in the process of this, we have discussed several issues, from vision to corporate governance. And let me also let you know that in the process of starting this program, we had a vision. The vision was to specifically drive in foreign direct investment. And for the benefit of some of you who may not know my name is Kenneth Odushola Stevenson, and I have been the presenter and the producer of the program since 1995. And therefore, and in the process, we have gathered or have earned about 25 awards from both international and in Nigeria, from both the regulatory agencies, Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation, to NTA and to other TV stations where we broadcast. Thank you. This program, at the point, was running on a KPFT station in Houston, Texas, because that was where I stayed for several years. And because of what I did at one of the stations that I worked for, including CBS, they actually loved what we were doing and they were running the program for us for several years. For me, it's an honor to be piloting this particular program for this number of years. Because in the process, we've actually, in 1997, because we were set up on the basis of driving foreign direct investment. And we decided to start off by talking to ambassadors, which gave the program itself the niche that we had. Our first edition had the Polish ambassador, Jan Paderewski, as our guest. The second edition, I thought we'll be able to show it here, had the Walter Carrington, the American ambassador to Nigeria, and several other French ambassadors, German ambassadors. And what we were doing was to look at how corporate organizations that have foreign investment are actually piloting the affairs of Nigeria's economy. And we discovered in the process, in the 1997, that the Indian entrepreneurs and enterprises were employing, next to government, the largest community of people in Nigeria. And to that extent, at this same hotel here at the Bigger Hall, In 1997, we introduced the Inside Business Commendation Awards. And we had 20 Indian conglomerates, Indian-Nigeria conglomerate, because sometimes once you say India, some people believe that it's an Indian company. They are really not Indian companies, they are Nigerian companies, because they are registered to operate in Nigeria. So they are not registered to operate in India. But many people didn't understand it because they know that they are being run by the likes of Haresh Hatiramani, Mr. Vaswani, and all of that. They believe that because they are of Indian origins. And many of them are born here. I was reading the interview that the chairman of Sona Group gave, and then he was in a flight somewhere, and somebody said, "Where are you from?" He said, "He's from Nigeria." And somebody was wondering, how can you be a Nigerian? And that's the spirit that, you know, we brought into this particular program, to be able to see those companies that were making the necessary contribution to Nigeria's corporate world. But what is important to us today is the fact that for this number of years, we are so grateful to all our partners, our friends, and organizations that are continuing to support this brand. Beyond the brand, which is the television program, I'm sure you also know that we have the magazine. The magazine actually started in 1997, but the TV program came first. And the magazine is actually a monthly magazine that profiles and reports activities in the business world. But the number of us who are here, I want to believe that we'll be able to learn something from Sona Group of Industries that have had so many conglomerates, so many organizations under the group. The last time we also had, I'd like to mention the Stallion group of companies. We never thought that Stallion would be able to revive Delta Steel, but Delta Steel today is running. When you see an Indian-related, I'll use that word, a Nigeria conglomerate, we should respect them. Can we give a round of applause to Sona Group? Mr. Ashok, who is going to be talking to us about Sona Group's corporate governance structure and the experience. Can we give him a round of applause?
Now, what is a corporate governance? It's just a system which companies are directed and controlled. Now, the companies' owners are shareholders which pump in their money, and they are in thousands and millions, so they cannot run the industries. It's the directors appointed by shareholders who run the industries, and the shareholders entrust their funds to them, and they are the fiduciary of the companies. So if the directors, their management is transparent, and the corporate governance in the system, then they can progress very well. The directors, there are two types of directors. One is the insiders, which may be part of the shareholders and the staff themselves, or maybe from outside external directors who have experience from various industries. Now, the question comes, when we appoint external directors, which we appoint in banks and all the multinational companies, why they fail? Which we have seen in Nigeria recently, even in India, even Lehman Brothers of US, they seen the conglomerates, they fail, bankers, they fail, even in spite of external experienced directors. These can be an example in Nigeria and India also. So this happens when the corporate governance is compromised, and these directors do not do their proper job and they compromise their integrity, then only it happens. The companies where the corporate governance is implemented, they do very well, and we can tell you that we have the same corporate governance in our group. That of course our group is closely held group, but in each company we have a managing director and we have a team of staff who their day-to-day operations and run the companies, and we, the representative of corporate investors, we just supervise and guide them and make the policy decisions. The team and the units, they run the unit, not we. So that's called corporate governance. But yes, the dedication is required. Like in our system, the core investors, they are based in Nigeria. They are like, of course they are foreign-based origin, but they are Nigerians. They base here, they hardly travel to their hometown, and they supervise themselves personally. We also supervise, we go to units, discuss personally, discuss with all the team members how the progress is done, and we supervise. That's called the corporate governance. when there's a teamwork. And in our group, we have a teamwork. I can tell you that this year, we have won so many awards for our group structure, corporate governance, brand awards. This is a testimony of our quality also. Now, the board of directors of each company, they are the face of the company to government, to its shareholders, face of the shareholders to government, to community, to suppliers, to government. Thank you. So I can tell you, yes, we also in Sona Group of Industry, like we are open to the co-investors, we are board of directors of each company, and then we are faced to the government, we are faced to the community, and we have corporate social responsibility as well. Now, we started this inning of our industrial in 1995. Of course, our co-investor in Nigeria for the last 40 years when they started Exxon. So now we started with 2 breweries in Nigeria. Then all the breweries that we started taking 2, we started with 2, then taking 1 by 1, ultimately we had 6. They're all ailing industries. They're not doing well. So we took over the industries, then we revived them, brought them to profitability. All the breweries were doing very good business, profitable. We don't believe in making profit, too much profit. Margin is very small, but we believe in the volume. We serve to the masses, and that's how we grew. From 1 to 6 breweries, then we went to backward integration of the packaging, label, crates, and sorghum. So then we always believe in localization of the industries. We believe in local components. We believe in whatever we get local. We look into internally, then we believe in that. Because the future of any industry and future of any country is the local raw material. Because if we rely on the internally or imported raw material, then you can't rely on it. Because sometimes import is not available, sometimes the import restrictions, sometimes foreign exchange is not available, especially in developing countries, foreign exchange is always an issue. So we always look for the local industry, because then we started a sorghum-based industry, food agronomist industry, which is based on sorghum. We produced sorghum extract, which we use. Our beer was 100% local beer, 100% local. We will never import any barley malt. So we are producing glucose syrup, which is a substitute of the sugar. Sugar is an imported, as you know. So we started glucose syrup, which we are using in our biscuits, we are using in our drinks. Plus, we are supplying to a lot of bakeries and other industries who are using as a substitute of sugar. Now, we are the largest consumption of sorghum, which we use almost 40,000 tons per annum. Sorghum, which we are buying from north of Nigeria. But still a lot of industries, they are importing barley malt, and with the government should come up with a policy so that they can import outflow of foreign exchange in terms of importation of barley malt. Because it will help local farmers who are producing sorghum, and it will help the economic growth as well. I can tell you that we are the first of industry in Nigeria which exported sorghum extract to all the way to New Zealand. So that shows that the company can export to Europe, and thank you. Now, first they came to Nigeria, they took our sample, they took the sample to their country, they tested it, it was approved, and they placed the first order. But since the industry is too far, once they reach it, they do the commercial production, and then we expect a repeat order from there. So this shows the Nigerian products are not inferior to the world standard now. So all the products from made in Nigeria, they are also the same quality, world standard quality. So all I can say, yes, we are committed to Nigeria, we are committed, and we'll commit more and more investment to work for Nigerian economy. Thank you very much.
Started their operations in Nigeria as an agency. And after independence, capitalization, reorganization of the corporates, everything has happened. it became a PLC, and then it became a, from New India Assurance, it became a Prestige Assurance Company with around 12,000 shareholders. This company has passed through various stages where the company is managed by New India Assurance Company, where 2-3 experts come here, whereas the remaining, the entire operations are handled by the local Nigerian staff. I am happy that this company is known for settlement of the claims. As already our friend told that, Dana Aviation, such a big national calamity, where 146 passengers were dead out of the major accident took place in 2012 June. Prestige could sustain and survive and paid around $42 million during the period of 2014 to 2017. It is a huge claim, and it is unexpected and beyond the imagination of anybody in Nigeria. In fact, this payment was happened not just because of Prestige. Prestige being a leader in underwriting the business, we could manage the regulator, who is very cooperative, the local insurance companies, the foreign reinsurance companies. We could able to maneuver the issues properly, transparently, that made us to pay all the liabilities and remain as one of the successful insurance company in Nigeria.
Whether you like it or not, corporate governance issue is a management trend that you cannot overlook if you are going to succeed in any economy. It's not limited to Nigeria anyway, anywhere. Corporate governance is very essential. But another dimension I would like to bring into it, which is also very essential, is in the aspect of talent management. Whatever we do in business, whatever decisions we are taking, we must always be considerate of engaging and nurturing individual members of staff who are culturally fit for your organization.
It reminds me, in our group, one of our unit was not doing well, and we, including all the young leaders, they were saying, unit's not doing well, let's close down. But our group chairman, who was a core investor, he said, look, all the industry are my children, and if one of the child is not doing well, why don't we support him, encourage him to come up. I say industry is not only simply to close down industry, how many staff are working, how many laborers are working there, and they are earning their living from the unit, and they are working hard. You see, if they are working hard, then the fruit must come. If not come, we have to analyze why it's not coming. So I said, let's support it, let's encourage, and see one of these days it will come out. So he started pumping the funds and he started encouraging. Now I can say, yes, the unit is coming up and is doing better than what it was doing. So it reminds me, you are right, that it's not closing down the industry, it's encouraging how to do well. So that's it.
Prestige has done so well in the last few years. My question to Dr. Balaswamy is that, what is that single challenge you faced in growing this company from where it was to what it is today? What's the single challenge you faced and how did you overcome that challenge? Thank you.
The biggest issue was Dana, where the company was at a stake of whether to close or to continue. That time, we took a decision that it should be continued. That was only the big decision, and I was so happy the regulator, my co-insurance companies who are supposed to help us, they have joined, they have convinced with our conviction of paying around, 8.5 million US dollars. We financed for them, getting the money when it was a recession in Nigeria where there was no money. Getting a money from my parent company, New India Assurance Company, we got around 10 million. Foreign facultative people, they have supported foreign people. So that was only the major issue. Subsequently, putting the organization in a right way. Everyone is given his own space to work, making him to be empowered, allowing him to work in his own space, giving him correct guidelines. Took some time, but now I think we are so comfortable that things are moving very well. But we always open our eyes and ears to rectify or move forward for each and every step we take. That's what I believe. Thank you.
More questions?
My question is will be directed to Mr. Ashok Magnani. I've known your group for quite some years, but what amazes me is the fact that during the recession, I observed that your group continued to expand. You are coming up with new industries. You start bringing in new machines with a view to commence production when the economy is down. What is the motivation?
Due to belief in Nigerian economy and being the Nigerian in the mind that yes, we are Nigerian, we must grow here, whatever the case may be. So we brought in the machinery, continue expansion. Now when is coming that is getting easy, we are repatriating back our own investment, only capital. Now I can tell you whatever profit, little profit we are making, as I mentioned earlier,